Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Friday, February 24th, 2023. And we begin with a pair of high school twin sisters raising the bar when it comes to sibling rivalry. Gloria and Victoria are the top two students at West Hempstead Secondary School in New York, earning the titles of Class Valedictorian and Salutatorian. According to their school, the high-achieving sisters have never received a grade below 100 on their transcripts, all while taking the most challenging courses. And when they're not studying, both girls are also stars on their track team. What's their secret to success? A healthy case of sisterly competition, which they say motivates them to excel while also supporting each other. Post-graduation, the twins both plan to study computer science at Yale University. Sunny Southern California isn't immune from the wicked weather blasting its way across much of the nation. The National Weather Service says the mountains around Los Angeles are in the crosshairs of a rare winter blizzard and could see up to 7 feet of snow and wind gusts to 75 miles an hour through tomorrow. Local officials had to dig deep into the record books for the last time that kind of weather warning went out. They found it way back in 1989. Those in the northern part of the state have their own peculiar forecast to contend with. They might see and hear thundersnow, a rare weather event where a snowstorm is accompanied by thunder and lightning. Astronomers have made a mind-blowing discovery. Using the James Webb Space Telescope, scientists have identified 6 enormous galaxies that existed just 500 million to 700 million years after the Big Bang, completely flipping our current understanding of how galaxies are formed. Scientists used to think that galaxies began as small clouds of stars and dust that grew over time. But these galaxies are far more massive for the time period than anyone thought possible. The new information also suggests that the amount of stars present in the dawn of the universe could be up to 100 times greater than previously thought. The new study was published this week in the journal Nature. Dogs who love that balmy Florida breeze may soon be in for a disappointment. A new bill introduced by State Senator Lauren Book would make it illegal for pups in the Sunshine State to stick their heads out of car windows. The law would also prohibit dogs from riding in drivers' laps, requiring instead that they be restrained using a harness, seatbelt, or held by a passenger. The possible new rules are part of a larger package of animal protections and would also prohibit declawing cats in most cases and heavily regulate cosmetic testing. Tethering animals to posts without supervision would also be a no-no. In other KidNuz notes, the Oscars has its first ever Crisis Crew. Following last year's shocking event when actor Will Smith slapped comedian Chris Rock on live TV, the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences is taking steps to prepare for the unexpected by putting various plans in place to handle unforeseen situations. What can be predicted is an appearance by Rihanna performing a live rendition of Lift Me Up, nominated for Best Original Song from the film Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. It's Rihanna's first Oscar nomination. She'll be up against Lady Gaga, among others, who's up for her song Hold My Hand, from another of last year's smash hits, Top Gun: Maverick. That's it for KidNuz. Now, today's KidNuz quiz, generously sponsored by the Joshi family of New York City, to say a big happy birthday to Leela. Your mom, dad, Kaylin, and Farah say you've grown into an amazing, sneaky, sporty, creative, and kind 9-year-old. Now they say, get back to breakfast, and here's today's quiz. When was the last time a blizzard warning was issued in Los Angeles? In 1989. How many massive galaxies did scientists just discover using the James Webb Telescope? 6. What state could make it illegal for dogs to stick their heads out of car windows? Florida. Who will be performing Lift Me Up at the Oscars next month? Rihanna. In our Kid News Kicker, while much of the country is trying to dig itself out of another snowstorm, spring has sprung early in Washington, D.C. The capital's famous cherry blossom trees are budding earlier than usual, leading the National Park Service to predict an earlier bloom as well. This could affect plans for the 1.5 million visitors expected to attend the National Cherry Blossom Festival this year from late March to early April. The unusually premature activity is being blamed on a mild winter, which may also have a hand in another weather-related predicament across the Atlantic. A snow shortage in the Alps, coupled with a high-pressure weather system causing low tides, is said to be leaving some of Venice's iconic canals high and dry. Melting snow is an important source of water for Italy's longest river, the Po River Basin, which connects directly to Venice's famous lagoon and canals. Luckily, rain is in the forecast for next week. Thank you again to the Joshi family of New York City for underwriting today's quiz. Happy birthday to Leela, and a shout out to her teacher, Jessica, and all her classmates at Friends Seminary in Manhattan. And hello to our other terrific Kid News teachers, starting with Mrs. Hernandez and her Jaguars at North Loop Elementary in El Paso, Texas. Mrs. Barmore and her Lions at Brookwood School in Dalton, Georgia. Mrs. Stewart and her Bulldogs at Eastside Intermediate School in Harrisburg, Illinois. Mrs. Mitchell and her Smart Turtles at Mohegan Elementary in Uncasville, Connecticut. Miss Rana and her Little Foxes at Seneca Academy in Darnestown, Maryland. And a happy birthday to Mrs. Lyles. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to check out our Week in Review quiz in the extra credit section of our website. And if you signed up for the Kid News Club, look for our word search in your emails. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here for more Kid News Monday morning.